Now, one thing I hear all the time is, Mario, do you think the market is bullish today or bearish today? The funny thing is, that's actually the wrong question. Now, because I don't wake up every morning trying to predict where the market is going, I wake up trying to find which direction has the higher probability. Right. So let me explain the difference to you guys. Now let's imagine it's 9:45, right? Let's go to 9:45. All right, cool. Let's imagine, right? At 9:45, I ask myself, could the market go higher today? Absolutely. Could the market go lower today? It can also, right? So how do I decide, right? This is where the magic happens. I don't predict, I build a bias, right? So in this case, let's say we go to the 4 hour, right? I'm gonna ask myself, where's the market going, right? What is the market showing me? Now this 4 hour candle is still building, right? So as of now, right, the market is not telling me anything. And the 1 hour, the market is telling me that we could potentially go higher because why? Right now the market is still sweeping, it's not showing me anything, right? So I don't have a bias, right? It could be going down, it could be going up. So let's say I wait for the 10 o'clock to open. Now 10 o'clock opens and it shows me heavily bearish signs. Why? Again, on the 4 hour, it shows me that we closed below a swing low. Nice, that means we could potentially be going lower. On the 1 hour, same thing, right? It closed below a swing low. It shows me that we could be going lower. Now, what is the difference? Now, I want you guys to know this, right? The difference between probability, the difference between probability, right, and the difference between what is the thing? Which I wrote this down somewhere, man. Oh yeah, the difference between probability and prediction, right? What is the difference? Now you can see two things on my chart right now: a prediction and the probability. Prediction is thinking, okay, the market might be going down. Okay, the market might be going up, right? Probability is you saying that. Let me write that down. All right, prediction is basically again, I know price will go up, right? Why? Because I see people taking buy trades on TikTok. I see people taking buy trades on YouTube Live, right? So I know price will go up. That is prediction, right? Probability is saying I think buyers currently have the advantage, or I think buyers have sellers have the advantage. Now notice the difference, right? Prediction is emotional, right? But probability, on the other hand, is based off evidence, right? So what is the evidence that I have? 4 hours telling me going down, 1 hour is going telling me it's going down. So that I can say I think sellers currently have the advantage. Also, with that being said, right, let's walk through a trade that I took on Friday, right? So again, you guys know how I trade. I trade the AMD, right? So we have a swing high there. I have a fair value gap here, right? So I think that sellers have the probability of going down, right? But not only because of that, I also have to mark the opposite side of liquidities, right? Which is this 15-minute swing low right here, and also this 15-minute swing low right here, right? Also, what do you notice? These two swing lows, right? are also where there are 1 hour fair value gaps, which means what? Potential points of reversal, right? So this, all these are probabilities, points of probabilities. All right. Let me see something. All right, cool. Right. So let's go back to the 15-minute. Now, before this trade, I wasn't certain. Obviously, I wasn't certain, right? But and I also had a belief that cells had a higher probability, right? We have the higher time frame bias. We have our points of liquidity, right? So right now, there's only two things that we are waiting for. What is that? Confirmation and entry, right? Cool. Now I'm waiting for a confirmation, which is what? A 15-minute sweep, a reaction, right? And look at that. The price on the 15-minute swept the 15-minute low, right? It's reacting, and it's also reacting off the 1 hour fair value gap, which gives me the higher advantage, or maybe higher possibility that instead of a sell, we have a higher probability right now that we could be going up. And look at this. This is on ES, right? We have a 15-minute SMT. Let's go back to NQ, right? This was the SMT that we have on the 15-minute. Cool. Now we have a 15-minute SMT. It shows me a second confluence that price might be going up. Look at the 4-hour candle. It's creating also the wick. Now I drop to the 1 minute. All right. So this again was the 15-minute SMT, right? Drop to the 1 minute, and now I'm finding for entry. And good enough, we have an entry right here, which is our CISD entry. All right, let me go back one candle. We have a CISD entry right over here, right? You can use any type of entry you want. For me, for this trade, I use the CISD entry, right? I waited for a retest just over here. Oh, waited for a retest before I can enter the trade. Over here, stops below the low, and simply aiming what at 1:2, right? We tapped into the re-entry, right? We went up higher and higher, and within what? This was our entry. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 minute, you hit 1:2. Right. So this is how I trade. Again, what do we have? We have a higher time frame bias, which was bearish, right? And then it turned bullish. Gave us a liquidity sweep, gave us a confirmation. We had an entry confirmation also. And without all this happening, right, I would have never traded. So this is one thing that changed my trading forever. I stopped trying to be right. All right. What did I do? I started trying to make good decisions, right? Reacting. Because good decisions repeated over time, right? When you do it day in and day out, it becomes a second language to you, right? It starts to produce good results for you. So, I want to leave you guys with this saying, right? The market doesn't pay you for predicting, okay? It pays you for executing a high probability plan consistently. Now, this could have lost, right? For sure, it could have lost. But because of how we set the rules, what our rules are, how we trade, right? That, right, made this happen. Now, remember, the market will always be there tomorrow, right? But your capital might not. So, always make the right decisions. Do not predict, play with probabilities. All right. So if you guys want to take trades like this, right, feel free to look at the bio. There will be the description there for my Discord, right? And if you guys want to join the VIP, where I break down every single way of taking this trade, how I take this trade, everything is pre-recorded and in a course plan over many videos, right? So that you guys will understand trading this strategy in depth, right? It's there, right? Right now it's $50 a month, so feel free to get it while it lasts, right? And yeah, I'll see you guys there soon. All right. Another thing to take note: there's no live trading always because of the time difference and my commitments outside. But nevertheless, all the videos there, right, are going to help you to become independent in taking trades like this. All right. So, with that being said, I just want to tell you this last thing: no strategy has a 100% win rate. If anyone tells you otherwise, they are lying. All right. They are definitely going to be losing days, but you are going to be having a higher edge in the market when you learn it and do it right. All right. So, trade well. I'll see you guys in the next lesson. Peace out.